shit, but you niggas don't get even. So I'm yelling, baby,
Speak those.
cause I fucking free.
With a pocket full of racks, post on the ab like I'm modeling for sacks. Sitting on the I lost my bro the other day and sure won't never be the same. For you, I'm rocking out forever from the
Making me dizzy, I just came up off a lick. Went ball a bro a glizzy. Told him I don't need shit in return, just go and get busy. Broski been spinning and spinning, he just went bumped him a switchy. His first gun a Glock nickel, it came with a Chris V. He stay in the op shit, he know it get risky. He gon' tell us when they outside, and we gon' blitz him, they know. Stolo SRT, I got it painted, we just changed the VIN, so I played the spin. Don't let me catch you dangling, cause you and them dead niggas gon' reunite and hang again. Just got a text from my BM, and it said stay dangerous.
Hey, don't let me catch you at that super macabre. My clip is full of hollows, I still sock you in your noggin. I feel like getting tatted, I'ma call my no payaso. And I'm still rapping for magic, nigga, everywhere that I go. Hey, fuck me, I'm speeding strapped in the Beamer. I'm yelling fuck true, sock the Glock on me like Ogua. Don't be another pookie, low the ops know just who we smoke. Slave the race, don't do no folks, I'm 13K to dookies. No, don't take no shit, my mama raised no bitch. I keep a clean folk nick, I know that case won't stick. Yeah, I'm still rapping for magic and they crying out in scrappy. Then my team is up and running while you faggots steady standing still.
Get this shit. What's poppin', man? Welcome to Links with Chinks, episode 7, man. We still doing this shit, man. And y'all been riding since episode 1. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the people that have been riding out. Like I said, man, this is just the last minute thought, man, and we running with it. Today we here with a good family member of mine and a good artist, good music, everything. We're here to talk to him about, you know, his upbringing and what pushed him to the mic. You know what I mean? What pushed him to put all his feelings and pain on the mic and the music. So, what's your name and what's the origin behind it?
Big Doski. The origin. I mean, that's a deep question, bro. I mean, in terms of where I'm from, obviously, you know I'm from Grand Rapids, bro.
Yes, sir.
I come from that Tres Manos cloth, you feel me? Burn Heights shit, you feel me? But I came up on the Tres side, on 8th and Jeanette, you feel me? But in terms of the origin, bro, it's really family, you feel me? It's really that pack mentality. That's where I come from, you feel me? So that's what I pride myself on, you feel me?
What's the definition behind the name Doski? Where'd you come up with this Doski?
Originally, it was just Doski. It was John Doe.
John Doe. Okay.
You feel me? And that was just some shit that came about. You feel me? Right. But that was more so something that I needed a rap name and I gave myself. You feel me? But as it went on, Luna, you know Luna, he the one that put me down and shit. Luna would always say, "This my broski Doski," you know, because niggas would call me Doe already. Right. And I just ran with it. Ever since then, it's been Doski.
That's where you transitioned from John Doe to Doski.
Right. That was like 2014.
2014, and you ran with that ever since.
Ever since, yep.
Okay, that's what's up. So, how long have you been an artist for, man? How long have you been writing?
I literally have been musically inclined my entire life. I think I've always been ahead of the curve in terms of paying attention to just different every song structure and shit like that from a child. I was just always interested in it because it spoke what I felt, but I wasn't capable of articulating yet. Right. So I would say my entire life, bro. I think I wrote my first rap when I had to be a child. I had to be like 8 or 9, bro.
Do you feel like, was there certain stuff in your life that pushed you to speak your mind on paper than to go to an adult and speak your problems? Yeah,
I think that I was more able to be vulnerable in my own space. Okay. So I could write these things down on paper and be comfortable because in all actuality it was just for me. Right. You feel me? And then when I finally broke loose from that fear and that shyness, I gave it to the public, but they could appreciate that. So that's what fueled me, was being able to connect with people with the thoughts that I had in my own solitude.
So they're hearing, when they listen to your songs, they're hearing your real pain and your deep thoughts.
Thoughts that I only have of myself.
Right, that you only talk to yourself about. Right. So throughout your career, how many albums have you created?
It's been a lot, bro. I said the first one was the Dreams and Reality shit, then TGOE, then Sip Slow, Mercy and Malice. I did a Troublesome after that. Then I did the one with Guetta. What was that? Trazy. And then I dropped the Monos album with Doug Bubby. You know, that's my brother. That was Nefarious Ways, and then I just dropped one a couple months ago, Law 30. So that's 8 projects,
Yeah.
and then I dropped another EP, so that's 9 projects.
So you have a lot of projects out here, and definitely I could tell because I've been listening to your music for a long time.
From the
and
jump.
I could hear the growth in each
Appreciate
project, right?
Yeah.
What is your most closest project that you can hold to your heart?
Tracy, for
Tracy.
sure. Tracy. That was like probably 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Tracy, yeah. It just, you know, life will teach you lessons. I'm a student of life. I'll forever be a student. You know, I'm not ever one of them.
Yo, could y'all hear me?
Luna, what up, my nigga? I just was talking about
bro.
you.
I
Damn.
did not know that motherfucker turned off.
Hey, everybody in the chat, go ahead and share this though. We gonna restart, I suppose.
Shit, damn.
Damn, that was some
Not
good
know.
shit though.
Babe, you ain't put those new batteries in my shit like that. Damn. Anyways, if y'all tuning in, wait, y'all still can't hear me?
No, he put a 100 sign. So Luna, can you hear us? He put the 100 sign.
Talk right now? Yeah, you can hear us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all you should be able
Damn,
to
we
hear
just
us
missed
now.
a lot of good shit, man.
I
Fuck.
did not know that shit turned off. I was looking for new batteries. I thought my girl put batteries in my mixer.
He gonna blame it on his
y'all,
girl.
but now that y'all can hear us, welcome tuning in to Links with Chinks. I appreciate y'all for riding with me. We're here with Doski.
Run it back. The origin.
So the origin of Doski, where do you come from? Where do you?
I'm from Grand Rapids, from that Tres
Grand
Manos
Rapids,
Cloth.
Michigan.
Yeah, from Big TMG. You feel me?
Yes,
Brian
sir.
Heights shit. But you know, I when they brought me home from the hospital, I came to Jerome. You know, that's right by the meat market off Burton. You feel me? And like I said before, I'm from that wolf pack mentality. From that real, you stick with your brother, you with your family. You left together, you come home together. You feel me? So that's the cloth that I'm cut from, and that's where I come from, brother.
That's what's up, man. So throughout your career, because you are a very talented artist, how many projects have you worked on?
9 projects so far. 9 projects. And I've been doing this a long time. And I've taken the equal amount of care in the creation of those projects. So I encourage people to go listen to those because I put a lot of work into
if
those.
they want to go listen to your music, where's the best platform that they can find your music?
Anywhere, Doski. But you got to make sure you spell this shit right. We're gonna speak about the name, right? But DOUGH, the $, SKI, but it's a $. I got that from Mace. Mace was one of my favorite rappers growing up.
So, like you said, we're gonna talk about the name. Where did Doski come from?
Originally, it was John Doe.
Okay.
Doee. It was John Doe, but everybody called me Doe. But my big bro Luna, every time I'd see him, he'd be like, "That's my broski Doski." You know, that's just the way we talked, and I just ran with it because John Doe was more so I needed a rap name. Doski came naturally. You feel me? That came, and it came from somebody that I idolized. You feel me?
From Big Bro's family, is there anybody that you looked up to that really pushed you into your career?
Jokes, Big Jokes.
Big Jokes.
I always looked up to Big
peace,
Jokes.
baby.
Rest in peace, brother. I miss you like a motherfucker, bro. But he was the first one to do this TMG rap shit. The first one with a music video.
Sir.
The first one to be putting whole songs out. Like,
that was our summer bangers right there, man.
I remember seeing Jokes, bro. It was like a movie, you know, because I've always idolized this gang shit. You feel me? And I remember going to the hood. This is after I moved out the hood to the threat side.
Right.
And I remember pulling up to Fast Lanes. Everybody who from the BH, y'all know Fast Lanes. That's legendary mono shit. And I remember it was like a movie, bro, because I pull up to Fast Lanes with my mom Dukes. I'm a kid at this point. But I remember seeing Jokes come out of the store, green bandana, draped down this shit. You feel me? Just like I envisioned him. You feel me? And it was like seeing a superhero, bro. It was literally like seeing a superhero. And he came and showed me love. You feel me? And it meant everything to me.
So, you know, God rest his soul and rest in peace to my nigga, man. With all the influence and him pushing you, is there any time in your career where you was like, I give up? Yeah, you was down on your knees and nothing.
Nigga, yesterday. Nigga, all the time, bro. Because it wasn't. I want to be clear. You were one of my biggest supporters from day one. Luna's been one of my biggest supporters since day one. From paying for shit, from just sharing my shit to coming to every show. Right, so right. I've been blessed with a lot of big bros that held me down. Yes, in terms of feeling like quitting, yeah, bro. I mean, it's tough when you put so much effort and you put so much blood, sweat, and tears, and you're just so vulnerable.
Right.
And putting this shit out there, and you don't see the outcome that you would necessarily deem to be successful. So yeah, bro, there was many a times that I felt like, man, fuck this shit. You know?
Do you feel like, on the point of you not giving up, but do you ever feel like people put limits on you, like they hate it low key, so they try to like cut you off?
Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. 'Cause
there's a lot of hatred in this type of business, no matter what business.
There's hatred in the world amongst human beings, bro. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way that it is. And it did bother me for a long time because I couldn't understand why.
They seen good talent and they didn't want you to go so far.
But I very early I had to learn that people want you to do good, but they just don't want you to do better than them.
Exactly.
And that they ain't for me. You feel me? They're not for you. You feel me?
Right.
And that goes for anybody.
Right.
But like I said, I had a lot of encouragement. Y'all brothers pushed me forward. Niggas didn't hate on me, but a lot of niggas did.
Right.
And I learned early that not everybody's your bro.
You did take that hatred and used it as power. And used it
you know me, bro. Push
yourself forward with it, right?
Yeah, because
and fuck around, put a diss song on.
Yeah. I mean because what you I'm not, bro, I ain't Hercules. I'm not fucking Rocky Balboa. But what the fuck you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because when I speak with power. I speak with conviction.
Exactly, yes.
You feel me? And I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
And you can hear the direction. If you was like had a diss song on me, I could feel that shit. If I heard that shit, I'd be like,
I would never diss you. I would never diss you, but yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Because I heard a lot of songs where I'm
gonna pick you apart.
Fuck some motherfuckers up.
I'm gonna pick you apart, and I mean it. And I mean it. You see me in real life, bro. I'm the same person that I am on that song. So I mean, I really don't got no. What's up, King? What's good, brother? Shine. But I really don't. I don't have no. Bro, I don't have no worry. I don't got no doubt about myself. I'm sure of who I am. You feel me? And I can tell when a nigga's trying to trick me out of my position. But I will call you out. That's probably the most you're going to get out of me. But, you know, I might smack your dumb ass around or something.
Yeah. If y'all can hear a car alarm going off in the back, so probably
I stole my ride here.
Yeah, they just called us.
It's my stoley. It's cool.
You a kid boy?
Yeah.
So, out of all your projects, what was the closest project that you put a lot of sweat, blood, and tears on, man, where you could like go back and remind yourself where you came from off just that certain project?
It gotta be crazy. But 1 second, all y'all brothers in the chat, everybody listening, make sure you go share that link. Put that link on your motherfucking status, bro. Get some more people in this bitch.
Man. Let's get it popping.
In terms of the closest project, the project that I hold near and dear, bro, is Trazy. I made that with Getta Beats. That's my brother. You feel me? But I think that I was at a point in my life to where I could articulate things better. You feel me? I could put things in perspective.
Right,
I think I had a different view of the world, and it was dark at that time. You feel me? So I think that the shit that I was going through, unfortunately, I had to go through that shit in order for me to be that creative, which, you know, sucks. But at the same time, when I'm that vulnerable on the mic, when I could put that shit out, it helps other people. It lets other people know that you ain't the only one going through this shit, brother. This is how I'm feeling, and this is what I deal with, and it probably is something that you could relate to.
And that's perfect. That's pure music. People want to hear that pureness. They want to hear something they could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
It hits them 10 times harder.
For sure. For sure.
And it stick with you throughout thick and thin, right?
Absolutely.
So you have another artist, a brother, that you perform and make a lot of projects with.
Doug Bubby.
He was gonna be here today. We're gonna try to get him on the phone later, but he's like your right hand, your everything.
That's my brother.
Right?
That's my brother.
Where did you meet Doug Bubby?
From the A block. We grew up on the same block. And you know what's crazy? Crazy story is we didn't like each other at first.
Oh no, one of those stories.
Yeah, you know how that shit go. You know that's a common occurrence in my life. Honestly, I don't too much care for people who are too willing and too eager to be my friend, because there's got to be an ulterior motive. Him and I are so alike. For sure. Bro, we the dynamic duo, bro. I wouldn't have it any other way. We from the same place. We from the same cloth.
When you met Doug Bubby, was he writing already, or
he was fighting? He was fucking shit up. That nigga was really doing that shit he be rapping about. You feel me? And we both saw each other do what we had to do.
Were you like, bro? I'm
No, I didn't like him. I didn't like him. I love him now, though.
You knew you was recording this shit. Was you like, yo?
No, well, it wasn't. When I met him, it was before rap. I met him before rap, where we were kids, bro.
Do you remember the first song you guys collabed?
Yeah, it was called What You Saying. It's on SoundCloud. Look up John Doe featuring Doug Bubby. What You Saying. That's the first song we ever collaborated on.
So
on the Getta beat.
After you made that song with him, did all that? You look at him was like, this is my man.
No, we was already brothers at that point. I've never been so eager to make music with people. I'm
saying, did you hear the?
Oh no! I knew he was hard.
Just music as
yeah.
much as you did.
No, he was hungry.
We take him off type of shit, right?
No, at that point, I'm like, oh, this nigga's he up there with me. You feel me? I see him as my equal in terms of everything. But lyrically, that nigga's nasty, bro. He cold that shit.
I can hear him. So when you re-listen to this in the intro, I chopped up some of the songs. You know, he got some verses in there. Dos got some verses in there. But you say you can find your music all over SoundCloud.
Anywhere.
YouTube.
Anywhere. DOUGHSKI, but the S is a $sign. Shout out Mace, nigga.
Yes, sir. So, what was your latest project?
Law 30 was my latest solo project.
And when did this release?
On my birthday, February 1st.
Okay. And how do you feel about this project?
I think it's my best one.
It's your best one?
That's the feedback that I got. You know, and this is a project that I attacked in an entirely different way, because I've recently started to record my own raw vocals. I don't mix and master it. Actually, I'm lying. Ado, my brother Ado, shout out Ado. He records all of my shit. So him and I have gotten this newfound connection between brothers, blood brothers. You feel me? And he put a lot of hard work into that shit, and we spent a lot of time doing it. And the reaction.
Like a type of Dr. Dre, Eminem type of love. You know what I mean? Producer,
it's deeper because we share the same mother and father. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
And in the business.
Right.
The music business.
No, yeah. In terms of meshing well, make sure y'all share this link. Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all share this link. Put it on your status. Tell people to come watch. But in terms of me and Ado, bro, him and I, like I said, it's a common occurrence in my life to where I don't always get along with my brothers, bro. We don't always see eye to eye. Right, but there's a difference between people who hold on to that negativity and instead of pushing forward and becoming closer and finding new avenues in which ways that we could do that.
Did you ever push the mic on your little brother?
Yeah, I told a nigga he could rap. He just had a glow up. He look cool as hell now. I'm like, bro, you should rap, but he don't. He want to play the back, bro. He's one of them bros, bro, who knows where, like, he don't want the shine.
He knows he can do it, but he just don't want to do it.
He don't. I don't. No, he don't. He thinks he cannot do it.
Oh, okay.
But I think that more so he's like, bro, I want to help you. He wants to help me,
Right.
and I appreciate him. I love him for it, bro.
So does he give you like kind of feedback on lyrics or anything?
That motherfucker,
Like,
he will be like, this is whack. This
shit whack.
this is not
Get this shit
good.
off my laptop.
This shit, what's good, Jug? Make sure you share this on your status, brother.
What's up, brother? What's up, man?
Yeah, he'll tell me. Ado was one person I could count on to be like, hey, bro, that's trash. You feel me? And I appreciate him for that. That's our dynamic, though.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So is there any particular songs on this new project that you was like, I gotta put a lot more of me into this track than the rest of this project? Cause what was that one song that stick out?
Well, I approach every song pretty much the same. I don't know where it's gonna go. I let the beat talk to me.
But every song's a different story.
Absolutely.
So every story might have more.
But what I'm saying is I don't go into it planning on this being the deepest song.
Right.
I just let the journey.
You just let it flow.
For sure.
Right.
So I think Effortless which is the opening song, it's probably the least played. And let me mention, this is my biggest project. The plays I've never done numbers like this. You feel me? It's insane. It really surprised me, and I'm grateful. But Effortless is the second song on the album, but it opens up the album, and I think that that's probably the most meaningful. I think that I touched on a few subjects on there that I didn't revisit throughout the project.
Gotcha. And there is one particular song throughout your career that actually made it on the radio.
A bunch of them did though.
Remember that one song though?
Let's see, from Sip Slow.
Michigan Baby.
Oh, Michigan Baby, yeah. Well, I had a bunch on the radio.
Yeah, you had a bunch on the radio, but you know.
Yeah, Michigan Baby.
To represent our state.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. You know what, Michigan Baby? I really didn't push that as far as that's another
That's
ghetto
what I
beat.
was wondering, like, what happened with the song?
I think, bro, I went a long period of time where I didn't want to be on camera, bro. I didn't want to be on camera. Because I should have shot a video for that.
Right.
It wasn't me being shy. You know, this street shit is real.
Yeah.
The street shit is real.
I mean, not particular shy, but you weren't like fully dived into that song to where you're like, I'm gonna make a visual for it. Or you just like kind of recorded it?
I just was going through shit, bro. I didn't want to go to jail. You feel me?
Right.
And you know, a lot of shit was happening. You know, I'm to be clear, I'm a working man. I'm a father.
Yes,
you feel me?
man.
But you know, a lot of things were going on around that time that I didn't feel like necessarily comfortable enough to put myself on camera and be in front of so many eyes because of, you know.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of things behind the scenes.
Yeah, so they
You know
say.
what I mean?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had many concerts.
Mm-hmm.
And them motherfuckers were hype ass concerts.
We was deep every time, huh, Cheeks?
Yeah, do you remember your first performance?
Yeah, I do. On the north side, it was at that little bar. You know, motherfucker, you was there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I remember that
So,
shit. Nervous as fuck.
From, you know what I mean? It wasn't a big college, your first performance.
Yeah.
Right? And you was nervous for, you maybe had like max 10, right? 10 out
Probably
of
like
10
15 people.
Probably
Probably 15 people.
But
With
we
me.
weren't counting, right?
Right, yeah.
To a concert where the motherfucker was packed.
Yeah.
Jumping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Intersection.
How did you get over that hump of
Consistent.
stage fright?
Of stage fright. I don't think I'm probably not over that still.
Oh, you don't?
No, yeah.
You're not saying right now,
I think. No, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna freeze up. I just don't think that I enjoy it as much as other artists do.
Gotcha.
I more so enjoy the process of making the art as opposed to performing the art,
Right.
because I'm just not that type. I mean, I can be. There's many different sides of me. I'm multifaceted, but I don't think that being on stage is my favorite place to be.
Got you. Is there a reason behind it?
Probably paranoia.
Paranoia.
Yeah, paranoia. I think that sometimes I think about the worst outcome, and I care about my people, bro. I don't ever want to put anybody in jeopardy.
Some type of situation, trying to enjoy your music.
For sure.
type of stuff.
They came out to support me. I don't want anything negative to happen behind what I've done.
That's
I want
love,
to,
man.
yeah, for sure.
That's love.
I actually care. You know how we get down, bro. We family. We actually
Right.
family. You feel me? So I think that's pretty much what it is. But and also. The Grand Rapids rap scene, like, no offense to anybody, because I get reached out to a lot to participate in certain things, but you see where I'm at. I'm with my brother.
Right.
You feel me? I don't much care about what they want me to do, but I just think it's redundant. I think a lot of this shit that we do, they like to dress it up and make it seem like.
So yeah, I was gonna get to that, right? So behind Dolsky, there's a big ass name, right? That's Mono Gang, right?
For sure.
Is there any time into your career that limited from
Absolutely.
going further because they don't want to mess with, oh, he's a gangbanger, he's gonna bring trouble
Absolutely.
to the booth, he's gonna bring trouble to the concert.
Absolutely, bro. I was gonna get signed around the time that Sip Slow came around. I had a label meeting and they didn't. What blows my mind is their reasoning, which I understand now in my elder years, but their reason was that I was too much of a risk. But what you want somebody who's faking?
So was it either us or your family or us or sugarcoat who you really are? But you can't.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I literally could not be paid to do that. Right. This is who I am. This is where I come from.
Like put a mask on and
right.
we want to show you how we want to.
Bro, I can't do it, bro. Yeah. Like you either I get a lot of love and I get a lot of hate. You either love me or hate me because I am who the fuck I say I am every single time, brother. You know that. I'm not someone who pushes never change because prosperity is the goal. I think that change is inevitable and you should embrace it. And I have changed a lot, but I'm not. My integrity is not to be compromised.
Yeah,
ever.
Because all in the end, when someone tells you we'll change and we can blow you up, no, because you went through so much shit, so much bullshit throughout your life. It's like telling yourself, I ain't lived that life. Let me go live this fake life. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Because that life made you who you are. That life made you put all this beautiful artwork on the canvas.
Absolutely, right? And that's go ahead, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I think that's something that I struggle with oftentimes. I wonder who, because I think that I have a lot of potential. I think that if I was placed in a different environment, this is something I deal with internally.
You think you'll be signed faster if you was in a different upbringing?
I mean, not take outside of rap. If I came from a family of doctors, I think that I would have been the best doctor that I could have been because that was my surrounding. Right. But I just so happened to land with this.
So, when you said that if you grew up in a family full of doctors, you'd be the best doctor ever, is any other family members besides your brother in the music business?
Oh yeah, my uncle Gabe. Shout out Azteca Promotions. He's a promoter. Okay. You feel me? In terms of actual like being behind a music board, not that I know of. You feel me? We got a big ass family though. Yeah. You feel me? So you know, I'm not sure, but it's not. I've got a lot of support, bro. Shout out Troy Caesar. Shout out DJ Composition. You feel me? Them brothers have been behind me forever, and they don't. For no other reason outside of just believing in my raw talent. Right. You feel me? And as well as Ghetto Beats. Shout out my brother Ghetto Beats.
So from paper to the mic, like what made you was like, man, I gotta put this on some wax, you know, old school saying, CD, whatever. I gotta put this out there, man. People gotta hear this. Like what transitions you through to push your music out instead of leaving it on a pen and paper?
Jokes, bro. Like I said, he was the first one in this TMG shit to put that shit down, and he recorded the very first time that I got behind a microphone was at Joke's crib. You feel me? And that's what made me feel like, man, I could do it too. You feel me? I think I could do this shit too. I think, and he believed in me, and that meant the world to me. Y'all believing in me meant the world to me. So that's what transitioned me from just writing raps in my room. You know, I had to break through that barrier and be able to spit that shit for y'all. Right. But when I did, the reaction meant so much to me that it made me want to keep doing that. Y'all keep sharing this shit on your status. Copy that link and put it in your status. Tell them to come watch.
So out of, you said about 8 projects, right?
Yeah, 9 projects.
9 projects. Your latest one being and you did a visuals to this one too, right? And you just...
Yeah, well, I just dropped them. Visuals? Yeah, Hood Migo. I just dropped that with Doug Bubby. That's actually from an EP that we dropped shortly after Law 30. That's called War Paint. By Manos, Manos. Go look that up on Apple Music, wherever.
That's a very, very fire project, man. You guys
appreciate
your ears on that, man. It's
for sure.
Very dope, very dope.
For sure, that.
So every project, are you pushing to do different type of styles? Are you still learning who you are?
Absolutely.
In the art?
I'm learning who I am as a man. I'm a student of life, like as I said before. I think too many people are too willing to pretend like they know everything, or like they're embarrassed or whatever the situation may be, but they like to present themselves as someone who has it all together, and I'll never do that. I'm a student of life. I want to learn. I have a real likeness for learning new information because I'm only privy to this much, and so every time I approach a project, I'm sorry, what was the original question? You said something about creating a project. Do I approach it differently?
Yeah. So every project from, you know what I mean, from your very first project to the project now, you had growth, right? And your next project, are you gonna do like approach it in a different way, or are you trying to find like a certain style? Do you have a certain style? Are you like a storyteller?
I'm just me. Bro, honestly, I think I'm multifaceted as it pertains to life and when it comes to music. I think that there's not much because my influences are limitless. Right. I could find a song from the '60s today that I drove here listening to fucking Mary J. Blige. I like different sorts of music, so I can create so many different sorts of music. So
that's also another question. Could you name off your top 5 artists that you grew up listening to that kind of
Eminem is the best rapper to ever breathe into a microphone. Ever. And that's no bias. That's no Michigan bias. That's no race bullshit, nigga, because I'm Mexican, nigga. But I just, and me personally growing up, memorizing his songs, and Tupac, like memorizing those songs.
Very lyrical, man.
That's what taught me to rap. That's what taught me to rap. But as far as top 5, I'd probably say, like, in no order, probably like M. I really love 50 Cent, Biggie, Pac, obviously, and maybe like a Drake, honestly, because he's positioned himself into being one of the GOATs, in my opinion.
Yeah, he out there. What do you think about that beef with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, man? You think that's nonsense?
Hell no, I think they should be doing that. And Cole's a hoe ass nigga for bowing out of that shit.
Shit like that.
I would never do that. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, he apologized to like all
you got me fucked up. Hey, Duck, I see you in here. Make sure you put that shit on your status, bro. Tell them to come watch this shit. But in terms of that beef, I love that shit, bro. And I think, you know, I've always been a Drake critic. I think that he gets more credit than he deserves. But honestly, in the grand scheme of things, he does everything, bro.
I mentioned that beef because I wanted to know, have you ever had beef with local artists?
Man, they can suck my dick, nigga. Come see me in the streets. I'm not, bro. Don't even diss me, bro. Don't say my name, nigga. I'm the boogeyman, bro. I'm not about to play with you. Bro, we in the same city, bro. You got something to say, you can see me at Taco Bell, nigga. You can see me in the hood, you feel me? Like, don't say my name in the song. And if you do, bro, come do something about that shit. And that's not me inviting negative energy. Yeah. But if you have a real issue with me, why would you take it upon yourself to put it in a fucking song? Come say that shit to me.
So, all your projects, you guys have another project up your sleeve?
We always working.
Are you guys on to the next right now?
Absolutely so. We got me and Duck, which is Monos. That's our collective. We're working on a project with Getta, a project with just Getta beats. So that's probably gonna be the biggest shit we did, bro. Outside of that, I just got hit up by Cali T. Cali T's a Ray from Chicago. He's probably their biggest.
Shout out to bros.
For sure. Shout out to the bros. Crown shit. He just hit me up shit like last night. So me and him got some shit in the works. You feel me? And we definitely gonna push that shit.
Speaking of Crowns, you guys have your own record label?
I mean, bro, honestly, yeah, absolutely. Monos is the group. Mono Gang Recordings is the label, but that could change. You feel me? We lost Jokes.
Still in the works, right?
Yeah, it's in the I wouldn't say a transitional stage, more of a we building the foundation right now. You feel me? In terms of as a whole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that I built my foundation as a solo artist, but I want to uplift my brothers with me.
So, bringing this, right, and you have Doug Buggy, he's on fire. Is there any other people coming up with you that you about to drop out with you, or have on the next project? Do you have any other talent in the group that's...
Bro, we all talented. There's a bunch of bros that should be rapping. You feel me? Rico's fire with that shit. There's a bro named Trav Low. You feel me? Yeah, that's Popcorn's cousin.
You ever think about doing a cypher?
A cypher? Yeah, they try to get me to do that push the cypher shit. You seen that shit? But I didn't end up doing it. I think it would make sense for me to do a cypher amongst my peers that I deem to be my peers. Yeah, I think that'd be fire.
I think that'd be something cool.
Set that shit up, Chinks. You the man. Come on. You got the equipment. Come on, let's do it. Yeah.
So, what are you looking forward to with all this in the future? Where do you see this going? Where do you want this to go?
I think that I just want to create a comfortable living doing something that I deem to be a positive thing. I think that I want to be able to profit. I want my brothers to be able to profit. I want to be able to take care of my family doing something that I love. I'm a hard worker. I've been working since the age of 16. I haven't been unemployed since 16 years old. So I'm going to do that no matter what. But the dream the goal is prosperity. So I'd love to prosper to the point to where I could feed my family off the music. And that doesn't need to be. I think that too many people are concerning themselves with, well, what if I'm not big enough? Right. Shout out my bro Nick G. He put this concept in my head that he would be fine with being as big as like a currency. That's someone who is a touring act that can tour year round, that has a core fan base, and that will no matter what be able to profit off of his craft. And I'm cool with that. I don't need to be a fucking a Drake. You know, I'm cool with being someone who is revered and could be, you know, a profitable act for a long term period.
Do you know, being from the streets and everything, did you ever feel like, I know you want to let people know about the streets, let people know how your life is and shit. Has it ever collided to where, like, you was so much about the streets, you wanted to push this music away, like, yo, fuck this, I gotta get back to the streets, I gotta take care of business, I ain't got time for this fucking music
Well, balance, brother, is something that I've struggled with in my life. I think that I've done a decent job because, like I said, I haven't been unemployed since the age of 16. Y'all go share this link. I haven't been unemployed since the age of 16, so I've juggled, or I wouldn't say juggle. I balanced, you know, a family lifestyle, working man, as well as being, you know, somewhat of a reputable figure in the street life. You feel me? So, in terms of that, I think that, yeah, there was times where I needed to do something. I needed to do things that were more tangible because rap is a dream. It's something that I want to work towards, but it's not something that's right here, right now. And the streets is everything. I got to go outside right after this and deal with that shit. You feel me? So yeah, absolutely.
If you step out anywhere, it's reality. It's back to real life. Like the booth could be your step away from reality to your dream.
For sure. That's my time to reflect. You know, I think I've used rap as a tool to let things out that I wouldn't necessarily be able to say, or I didn't have the confidence to say in front of just anybody.
Right.
But I can say that shit in the booth. I'm in my own world, and it just so happens that it's the best of both worlds. I can go in there and be vulnerable and speak my truths and deliver it to the world and have them relate to it.
Right. That's what's up, man. I'm proud of you, man. You've grown with this, man. You took it and blew up with it. It wasn't no, I'm gonna do one project and leave it alone. You know what I mean?
For sure. Likewise, I'm proud of you, brother. All of the things y'all know links with Chinks. Hey, look, I know the Chino. I know TFG Chino. Nigga.
So I told myself, man, like, I want to have good stories for my kids when I leave. You know what I mean? For you to make good stories, man, you gotta do something.
You gotta live. You gotta live, brother.
Once you could accept death, then you could live. Right?
For sure.
You're not scared to die anymore, so you want to live and have fun with it.
Absolutely. Know? Death is inevitable. What is there to be afraid of? All of us are gonna have to face it one day.
Man.
You know?
I just don't want to die for some fucking terms or something, man. So, like, get a worm in a taco and...
After all this, all the shit we survived, like, you fuck around and die from a medical reason?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like, when I cut my finger around a fucking rusted nail, bro, I'm just like, I'm dead.
Get your tetanus shot.
I'm dying, bro. Rusted nail took me out.
That's crazy. And bro, honestly, like, it's funny we're joking about it, but it really isn't, bro, because jokes die from natural causes.
And that's what I was gonna get to, man.
For sure.
It sneaks up and gets you, man. You just don't know. And it sucks. Like, you can't read your homies, man. You can't know when they're gonna die or what they're gonna die from, man. It's the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. Not to cut you off, brother. I apologize.
Go ahead.
But that's the worst thing about this shit. The street life, bro. I think that people join this shit or they glamorize it because of the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the togetherness that it could possibly bring. But they don't necessarily know what comes with it, and that's losing people. From the beginning, I was writing letters to prison, bro, when I was 7 years old, because people were abruptly leaving my life at that young age to go to prison. You feel me? And honestly, I foolishly believed, not knowing any better, lacking experience, I believed that was just the way of life. That was just the way that it was going to happen for me as well. And that's not true.
Like, don't remember your destination, you just had to accept
Absolutely.
It. Prison or death.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? For sure. Because if you don't know any better, if no one has ever told you that you could be more, if no one has ever encouraged you, then that will be, your mindset won't be bigger than the block that you live on.
Like you said, it's all around you.
Absolutely.
Around your family and friends.
Absolutely.
Like
this is not something that I left the crib and had to join, bro. It was in my household.
Yeah, it was in your household.
For sure. So
there's no escaping it or trying to go a different direction because that's all you know. It's like raising your kid you're trying to raise them a certain way, but if you're raising in the hood and shit, that's all you can show them.
Yeah, it's environment, brother. It's environment. You know, that's so important, and I keep that in mind when raising my own children, because those types of things are gonna have an everlasting effect on you, and all of us are you know, representations of that.
So, you know, earlier when I asked you this, the violin wasn't working and shit, but what made you pick up the pen, right? You said you picked it up for a certain reason, right? I think that I spent a lot of time in solitude, brother. I don't necessarily remember what I said before, but I spent a lot of time in solitude. I had a lot of turmoil going on from the jump. Y'all make sure y'all go share this fucking link. Go tell them other motherfuckers to come watch this. I think that I spent a lot of time in solitude, and I had a lot of epiphanies at a very young age, listening to different types of music, and it giving me that feeling, and I wanted to recreate, I suppose. I wanted to be able to express myself. I may not have been able to do it in the environment that I was in. I couldn't just go to my parents. I couldn't just go to somebody and tell them. I don't even think that I had the capability to do so. Right. But I did know that I was infatuated with music in the way that it made me feel in that moment, and I wanted to recreate it. I wanted to be able to share my story. I wanted to be heard. I didn't want to be another nobody. Right. That's what's up, man. So you came a long way, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, you guys gotta go out there and listen to them, man. Like, YouTube, SoundCloud,
Apple, Spotify, everything.
All the platforms.
DOUGHSKI. The S is a $. Shout out Mace.
Here in a little bit, I'm gonna try to call Doug Bubby. I just try to set this up. I try to get this, what do you call? You guys can hear the phone call conversation and everything. I'm gonna do this in a couple minutes. And yeah, man. So you and Doug Bubby been throwing fire.
For sure.
Just throwing fire out there like crazy.
It's easy, bro. It's working with him. It's just easy. It's natural. You know what I'm saying?
So a lot of rappers, I don't know. They write lyrics and they find a beat. Some find a beat and write lyrics. What kind of artist are you when it comes to that?
I let the beat speak to me. I think originally when I first started writing, I would write to no beats, and I would just put how I was feeling and make it rhyme. But as I progressed, working with Guetta, you know, it's a different environment, because you need to be able to come up with that shit on the spot. And I was taking my sweet ass time in my room and shit. You feel me? And when I got into that, you know, it was more so like a fucking competition. You know, who's gonna get on the song? It depends on how fast you can write this shit. So that helped me. That furthered my skill set, because now I can do it quickly. You feel me? But I let the beat speak to me, though. I'm not one of those people who go into something like, I want to make a club song, or today I feel like making a deep song. I listen to a beat, I search through, and it hits me. Those words start coming to me. The feeling, bro. I've damn near shed tears over just listening to a fucking instrumental. I know it sounds stupid, but it's the emotion in which it invokes.
That's where good music comes from.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You just go in for it. So Bobby said, who you got, Canelo? Who you got for the fight tonight?
Man, Canelo finna beat that boy ass.
Exactly.
Canelo finna
what you
beat
mean,
that
Bobby? Bro, ain't no what?
Ain't no what, brother? Like, y'all can hear us, right?
You can't get a phone call or something? No, they can hear us.
Okay.
Because if you see those red lights.
Because I know your girl didn't put no batteries in there.
Yeah, so they can
okay,
hear us.
I bet.
I don't know if he said ain't no something. Maybe ain't no good service. Something.
Ain't no Duck Bubby in the building?
Yeah,
right. Is that what you bet?
Don't call me. I'm in the middle of something. Nah, but man, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you came down here, man, and I ain't gonna say where I'm at, but I'm glad you came and showed love, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And was able to talk about who you are, where you come from, and what you're about. And
I appreciate you.
Your future, man.
I appreciate you having this platform, bro. I think, you know, I said it.
I wanna know people, man.
For
just
sure.
Average motherfucker, man. I don't want no edits uncut. Like, you know, we're gonna edit this shit real quick, get it in a couple weeks. No, I want some fresh shit, man. I want
for sure.
Questions here. We're like, damn, that's a good question. Like, let me think about that.
Come on, man. Hey, that's what I'm best at. I've learned to swim with the sharks. You know what I'm saying? I think that you can place me in any environment, whether it be street or corporate, and I don't break. I don't fold. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think that was really important to me in my formative years, was to be able to conduct myself appropriately in any setting.
So man, tell us, right? speaking of man-made talents, you do have a business, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And it's up to you if you want to put the name out there, but it's a pretty cool ass business, man. It's like, what made you go and put your mind on that, put your thumb on that?
Well, prosperity is the goal, brother. You know, I can't rely on what ifs. I can't rely on you know.
You a hustler, man.
For sure, I've got to provide, and that's always been my mentality. So I had to do something, like I said, it was more tangible, and I've been in the logistics industry for the last 10 years of my life. So I was, you know, it was only right that I created something. Well, not just me, my brother. I don't know if you want me to say his name, but my brother. You feel me? One of my big bros was willing, and mind you, I've put this opportunity in front of many others, and he was willing to do this shit with me.
So you're saying he's the only one that bid?
For sure. For sure, he put his money where his mouth is. Absolutely, hey bro, you know how many calls I've gotten now? But you know, I understand. I understand the concept. Well, I understand the meaning behind proof of concept.
Right.
So anybody can have an idea. You could have. We were speaking about this off camera. You could have been telling people for the last however many years that you were going to do a podcast, but proof is in the pudding. You feel me? You set this shit up. Absolutely. So, you know, I think that I get it. You didn't necessarily believe in the idea that I was telling you, but that brother did. And we've created that. We've brought that into fruition, and it's only going to go up from here. We're only going to grow.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm happy for you, man. You guys are on a good path, man. You guys can only go up from here, right?
For sure.
You don't put limits on your mind. You don't put limits on your work ethics, man. You gotta see money, go get it, no matter what angle
it's out there. There's enough for all of us. We don't need to be greedy. You feel me? There's enough. I don't even want all the money. I just want a little piece of it.
Man.
For sure. You have to have the courage to do something that you didn't see anybody else do.
Right.
You feel me? You have to be willing to put yourself out there and maybe fail. You have to be willing to fail.
Even with like clothing or shoes or anything, like they're like, oh man, there's so many people out to make clothes. Well, make the best one, man. Make a better one.
Do a different one.
Make it better.
You feel me? Do what's true to you. There's only one you. There's only one of you.
There's people getting into the housing market, man. Like everything stocks, man. Like
for sure,
yeah, they're getting rich off stocks. They'll talk about it, but not go check it out.
Well, not only that, people are greedy with the information.
Yeah.
People are greedy with the game. Right.
Right.
I hate that fucking saying. The game is not to be told; it's to be sold.
Yeah.
That's limiting the people around you. That's taking from them. You feel me?
There's
like
a lot of YouTube shit. Like, hey, I'll teach you this, but then at the end of the day, only for $20.
Right. You can buy this course.
You can buy this course.
Man, fuck you. But that's a blessing in itself, bro. The internet, bro. Honestly, like we walk around. I don't know if people can grasp this concept. We walk around with the world's information in our fucking hand now. Right. So there's nothing. There's something on there. There's nothing that you can't learn. There's nothing that you can't go and teach yourself. I mean, not even, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. It's limitless with this fucking thing that people use this for stupid shit, though.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? I was telling somebody at work the other day, too. It's a hit and miss with that shit, man, because people forgot we're on the motherfucking planet.
Yeah.
We're looking on our phones so much, bro. We never look in the sky like, we're on the fucking planet.
Man.
The planets around us.
Well, like I was saying before, bro, we're
crazy.
We're limited by this fucking the hood mentality. Yeah. You know, we don't see much more of other than these four corners that we deem to be ours.
You feel like we're built like that? Like the government built a certain situation for us to live that.
I don't get into government conspiracies, but I mean, no, I do. Yeah,
it was meant for motherfuckers to live a certain way because it was set up for us to live that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, all of the things that go on in the world, like government. You know, people have a lot of conspiracies or you know accusations about the government, but the shit is necessary. Understand this though. What I mean, we're not gonna get all deep into that, but I just want to say this: law and order is necessary because without that, it's chaos, and that goes for any organization. If you catch my motherfucking drip, nigga.
Right. Yeah. So your visuals. Is there a certain man you go to with your visuals?
Shout out Trevor. I think that yeah. I mean, I visually, I'm not the most creative visually. I think I'm more so inclined in terms of recording the vocals and putting those things together. But visually, I've always been blessed. I think that my talent speaks to so many people. So I've always been blessed to have good producers. I've always been the best videographers that our city has to offer anyway.
Okay.
To come to me. So I mean, I let people do their jobs, but I do also always incorporate my own creativity.
Did you ever go out of state and collabo with anybody?
I went to LA. I was in LA.
Yeah, you was in LA.
Yeah, I went to LA.
You collabo with
Carlo, who the hell is Carlo? He produced for like Lil Yachty and shit like that.
How'd that go?
It was dope. It's online right now. It's called some chicken bone or some shit. I forgot.
How'd you feel when you stepped out your boundaries? You stepped out of the stage, stepped out of your comfort zone?
I was comfortable because the gang went with me. You know,
Yeah,
I was blessed. You know, I flew, and the same bro I was talking about, man, fuck that. Big Rick, my nigga Big Rick. My nigga Big Rick drove a Jeep full of bros down there with me. You feel me? Just to come support me. Swinging and banging. Hey, and then it meant a lot to me. You know, they came out there. We had the Airbnb, we had the pool and shit. We was in the studio, ate tacos every fucking day, got drunk as hell.
Ricky is a good ass.
He's one of my biggest supporters in life, bro.
Home,
Man, for sure. That's my brother, bro.
He'll bring you up, man. If he fucking sees the fall, he grabs you, bro, like, get the fuck up. We're doing this.
And has no limits in terms of he
was definition of a hustler, bro.
For sure. That man, he's a genius, bro.
I would say big Big Ross shit, but he like
that's my dog.
Big Ross, man, for real.
That's my dog, bro.
But man, so where was the first studio? You said the first studio was with Joker when you first recorded?
Yeah, the first time I recorded. Yeah, first time.
How many takes did you take to
I was prepared. I was prepared.
You was ready?
Yeah, I was ready.
Like a long time coming type of shit.
Yeah. Well, initially when I first started rapping and shit, it was different.
What you rap to?
I wouldn't rap to nobody. Hell no. You would hear it. Niggas didn't even know I rapped until it came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just was like, hey, here you go. I slid that motherfucker out. Hey, what do y'all think about this? Yeah.
Come back at 3.
For real. Like, you know, that's how I approached this shit. I didn't even tell anybody that I rapped, bro.
So you never just like, hey, yo, how's the song?
Hey, listen to this.
Never?
Never. Nope.
It's
Hell
just
no.
like, hey, ready to record?
No, I just set it up. I hit bro up, and I was on MySpace. This is how long ago it was. I hit him up on MySpace. Yeah. I hit him up like, yo, I got some shit, you know, can I come over and record this shit? And yeah, we went and did that shit, bro. And I had rehearsed it so many fucking times. I've had it at that point for probably like a month or some dumb shit. And yeah, so it was one take.
So what was your first visuals?
The first visual was Stay Scheming.
Stay Scheming?
Yeah.
And how'd you feel about that?
I hate it now, but in the time, it was exciting. Yeah, it was exciting.
When you look back at it and see the younger you, like, what were you thinking? Like,
I was just a goofball, bro. Not in terms of who I was internally. I think that I just I was nervous, bro. It was all brand new to me. Right. You feel me? And it definitely translated on camera that I was nervous.
And like looking back and then seeing what you're doing now, you felt proud of yourself?
Yeah, I think that I've accomplished and I've taken on many things that people before me didn't have the courage to do, and speaking, I spoke earlier about how much support I had, but that wasn't always the case. You know, right. Proof of concept again, and I had to prove who I was. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm proud, but I'm not nearly what I'm going to be. So I'm more so don't get hung up on the so-called accomplishments that I have now.
You're not done either.
No, fuck no. Hell no. I got a long way to go, bro. Because I've got so much in me. I've got endless amounts of content and so I have so much to say. So yeah, I mean, I am proud. I look back, but I try not to spend too much time looking in my rear view.
So in your life, you're a father.
Yeah.
Right. You have a business starting up with the homie. You're recording.
Yeah.
Right. And do you have a daily job? You're hitting up fucking a 9 to 5, or you at a 9 to 5 right now?
Bro, I'm an owner operator. You feel me? So that means I own the company, but I'm going to put the
all this.
Yeah.
And where's everything right now? What's your main focus? What's your balance in life, man? Is your music up here, or is it kind of like down because you got to focus on this, or you got to focus on your business right now? Well,
like as I spoke about before, I think it's just important to have that balance in life. I think that being a father is obviously number one. It has to be because I want to do it right. They only get one shot a day.
It's our future.
Absolutely. So I think that's always going to be number one. But I couldn't stop coming up with music if I fucking wanted to. You couldn't pay me not to have something in my head every single day that I wake up. So I mean that follows you know, not far behind.
That's what's up, man. I'm proud of you, man. Like, you being a father, a businessman, you just sticking to the music. On your new project, you're gonna have more visuals, right? Do you plan on doing visuals outside the state? Or you like doing them locals to show off the city and shit? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think that I'm gonna go where this shit takes me. As I said before, I'm getting new opportunities. I'm people are reaching out to me now. So I think for sure I appreciate it. So I think that one of my biggest regrets was not utilizing those opportunities in my past. So I'm gonna learn from my mistake and you know, take the initiative to travel if I need to, or you know, whatever it takes. So yeah, bro, wherever this shit takes me, I'm gonna go follow. I'm gonna go get it.
That's what's up. Hey man, I'm happy you came, man. I'm happy that you let the people know who you are, what you go through, what you're about, what you're about to do, the future. You want this music to blow up, and you want to take the bros with you, right?
For sure.
Is there outsiders, like, just say someone's watching, like, yo man, I feel like I'm good at this shit, and they want to get a hold of you. How would they get a hold of you?
You can hit me up on Instagram. GR Doski. You can
come correct, right?
Come correct, yeah. Listen though. If you ain't got the ball rolling, Brody, just understand that this shit ain't free. This shit is not just something that's to be playing with. You know, I want to work with people that I respect musically. I want to work. Right. I'm not just, and when I say by it's not free, it's like I need to spend my time creating this shit. So don't come to me with this fucking false sense of entitlement, thinking that you just deserve for me to work with you or anything like that. Now don't get it twisted. I don't think that I'm fucking P Diddy, no Diddy, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? But this shit, it takes time and it takes a lot of effort for me to do. So step to me correct, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And if I respect your craft, we can absolutely do something. Except for the ops, fuck y'all. Y'all can suck a dick and die.
Yes, sir. So for the viewers, when do we expect a new EP or a new project? You got a date in mind?
I don't have a date in mind, but I mean, there's gonna be shit dropping this summer. It's mandatory. But in terms of the next full length project is gonna be the mono shit with Guetta. I think we're gonna call that shit the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Referencing the basketball league with Ice Cube shit. You know what I'm saying? That was Doughboy, and it all ties together. But
if you know, and
for sure. Gonna,
connect with the Shy too, right?
Yeah.
Where y'all gonna go over there? Where they come over here?
We'll see. It's in the early stages. It's in the early stage. He literally hit me up last night. Shout out Cali T.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, shout out Cali T. That's somebody that a lot of the our King brothers, you feel me? They put me on his shit a while ago, and it just so happens that he came across my shit and hit me up. So we in the works right now. I'm gonna get Guetta to produce it, of course.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I wish I had thought you about tied up on my head. People still get wild. So that's all I'll tell you, man.
For sure.
Speaking of tats, bro, how many fucking tats you got, bro?
Man, ain't no telling, bro. I never got a tattoo and was like, oh, this is tattoo number 5. You know what I'm saying?
Another question: do you have any of your albums tattooed on you?
Yeah, CGOE's right here.
TGOE.
Yeah, but you know the double meaning to that.
Yeah.
You came up with it.
Is that the only one tattooed?
I got a song. I got Lord Be With You right here. That was one of my biggest videos.
Yeah,
you was in that video.
That was dope.
Outside of that, nah.
Would you put Tracy on you?
I would put Tracy.
You kept that too hard.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely would. Yeah.
Just to remind.
It's a good idea, honestly. You an idea man. I'm telling you.
Right now,
on live.
Shit, man. Hey, Bubby, I don't know what you was saying about bro. Ain't no. Did you talk to him?
No, go ahead, call that motherfucker.
I don't know if he said if he can't call, he can't talk right now. I don't know what he was saying.
Well, shit, let me.
You want to text him real quick?
Let me hit him.
But like I said, man, I'm here with Doski, man. This is one of his albums. I try to find the TGOE, man, but this is
look at that. That's shit, crazy. You remember the show we had on Granville?
I don't know if the camera could see it, shit, but
yeah, that's old.
Yeah, shit, old, but
I've been doing this shit a long time.
Hey, he doing it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean? Yeah, this motherfucker ain't answering.
Yeah. we are at the hour mark, man, and I appreciate all you motherfuckers for stopping in and
that was an hour. That was fast as fuck. Damn.
We talked about so much, man.
For sure.
I feel like people that don't know you got to know you a little bit.
For
people
sure.
that do know you might found out shit that didn't know about you the whole
Absolutely.
time. Because you only open up about certain shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Also, your closest homie might not ask you that right question.
That's true.
To bring out that right answer.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure that.
So I try to put light on everything. You know what I mean? Every corner of your life, where you came from, what you're about, what you're doing, how you got there, what made you get there.
Sure. This shit is mind blowing, bro. Honestly, I know we wrapping up here, but I just want to say how much I appreciate you, bro, and that I've had other opportunities to go do shit like this, and I'm just not.
I appreciate you for
but this is where I'm gonna come every single time, and this won't be the last one, bro. My shit's gonna keep going up, and I'm gonna keep coming back to this motherfucker, bro. I appreciate you.
Man, our doors are open for you, man. They always will be open for you, man.
For sure, brother.
I'm always looking forward to your music and shit, man. And if I pass away, you gotta put your new album on.
Don't say that.
Man.
We don't die.
Hey,
we get chubby and we move to Wyoming.
I'm just saying, if it ever happens. Get chubby, you know, so is there anything you want to say to the viewers, man? Like where they can find you?
Much love. Follow me at GRDoski. Yo, go stream my shit. Doski with the $sign for the S. Keep sharing my shit. I appreciate all the love and support. Shout out all the bros. Shout out to my son. Shout out to my family. Thank you to the Chinks for having me on this platform. And let's go. Prosperity is the goal. Don't y'all ever forget it.
Hey, much love, respect,
much
man.
love.
Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night and mad love, big mama love. You know what I mean?
And fuck the odds.
Kind of love, man. Y'all just chase your dreams, man. You know what I mean? He doing it. It's easy, man.
Sure
you
that.
gotta put your motherfucking foot down and go get that bitch.
For sure that.
There might be obstacle courses, man, but get over that shit, man. You got homies, family. And if you don't got nobody, you got yourself, man. Go in the motherfucking mirror and tell yourself, I could do this shit.
Pull your skirt up, nigga.
You know, exactly. You know what I mean? But y'all have a good night, man. Much love, man.
Much love, brother.
We shot you, but you niggas don't believe it, so I'm yelling, baby.
Speak dubs.
Till they fucking free.
With a pocket full of racks, posted on the ab like I'm modeling for Saks. Sitting on the I lost my bro the other day, and sure won't never be the same. For you, I'm rocking out forever from the
Making me dizzy, I just came up off a lick. Went ball a broad glizzy. Told him I don't need shit to return, just go and get busy. Broski been spending and spending, he just went bumped my switchy. His first gonna Glock, nigga, it came with a crispy. He stay in the op shit, he know it get risky. He gon' tell us when they outside, and we gon' blitz him, they know. Stolo SRT, I got it painted, we just changed the VIN, swap plate to spin. Don't let me catch you dangling, cause you and them dead niggas gon' reunite and hang again. Just got a text from my BM, and it said stay dangerous.
Hey, don't let me catch you at that super macado. My clip is full of hollows, I still sock you in your noggin. I feel like getting tatted, I'ma call my no payaso. And I'm still rapping for magic, nigga, everywhere that I go. Hey, fuck Lemur, I'm speeding strapped in the Beamer. I'm yelling fuck true, sock the Glock on me like Ogula. Don't be another Pookie, loc, the ops know just who we smoke. Same the race, don't do no folks, I'm 13K to dookies. No, don't take no shit, my mama raised no bitch. I keep a clean faux nick, I know that case won't stick. Yeah, I'm still rapping for magic, and they crying out in Scrappyville. My team is up and running while you faggots steady standing still.
We crowned up on Scrappyville, op niggas know the deal. We ain't playing games, nigga, we don't fuck with fuck niggas. He move wrong, I get him gone, that's on the throne. The choppers blow the city, know my niggas go is black and go from head to toe. We 30 deep up at the stove, we catch a op, we snatch it so he dipping crowds, we lay him down, don't make a sound. He claim that brown, I'm spraying rounds, that 40 loud, I blow his brains, he in the clouds. Give a fuck what niggas claim, cause all my niggas throwing crowns.
I don't take no shit, my mama raised no bitch. I keep a clean faux nick, I know that case